for today that the captain of the Welsh Fire is out for the back up the competition. George Will takes over Captain City.
So hi guys, welcome back to the Women's 100 of 2026, match number 19 of this Women's 100 of 2026. Southern Brave Women taking on the Welsh Fire Women. Southern Brave Women have won the toss and elected to bat first. Very rarely you see teams these days winning the toss and batting first. Normally you see the teams winning the toss and bowling. It's become a habit now to see teams winning the toss and bowling first, but the new thing for Southern Brave to decide to put runs on the board after winning the toss. So Maya Bouchier and Lizelle Lee are opening the batting for Southern Brave Women as usual, and Welsh Fire are bowling first. Grace Potts bowling with the new ball, starts with a dot ball. Second ball of the innings coming up. Maya Bouchier on strike. Full this time, driven in the air, but the ball will land safely. Ball lands safely, so it's another dot ball. We'll just check the points table once. Southern Brave obviously 5 wins in 5 games. They are continuing their invincible unbeaten run since 2024 in group stages of Women's 100. And then you look at Welsh Fire. They have played 4 matches, real struggle for them, 1 win and 3 losses in 4 matches. So this is a much more important game for the Welsh Fire compared to the Southern Brave. And there's a big change for the Welsh Fire today. So Sophie Devine is not the captain. Georgia Wareham has taken over captaincy for the Welsh Fire today. And so Sophie Devine and Emily Arlott have been dropped from the Welsh Fire squad, and Orla Prendergast and Grace Thompson have come into the playing 11 for Welsh Fire. Southern Brave Women are going in with an unchanged team. Why would they want to change a squad? Why would they want to change a playing 11 which is continuously giving them wins? They won't do that, isn't it? So yeah, this is the team news for both the teams today. Southern Brave Women, can they continue their unbeaten run in this tournament? Or can the Welsh Fire bounce back and come back to winning ways today? This time it's driven again down towards mid-off. Another dot ball from Potts. Really good bowling from Grace Potts. Well, Lizelle Lee goes high this time. It's high up in the air. Mid-off, running back, takes the catch. Terrific catch. Running backwards from Georgia Wareham at mid-off, and what a big wicket this is. Lizelle Lee looking to go after the bowling. miscues it up in the air, and Wareham doesn't make a mistake. Terrific catch running backwards. Had to keep her eyes on the ball till the very end, and she's done that exquisitely well. The Southern Brave have lost their first wicket. Lizelle Lee, back-to-back ducks for her, or duck in the previous game against London Spirit, and another duck here. She's gone for a 3-ball duck, Lizelle Lee, in this game, and Southern Brave women are 1 for 1 after 6 balls. Well, Lizelle Lee once again unable to contribute. Laura Wolfart is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 3. And Grace Potts getting the breakthrough. She's bowling 2 sets continuously. That's back of the length again, and Wolfart drives it towards mid-off. Another dot ball. This time driven again, straight to covers. Another dot ball here. Oh, there's an overthrow. Wolfart will get through for a single. What sloppy work there from Welsh Fire. Laura Wolfart gets off the mark with a single via an overthrows from Welsh Fire. You have to be much more careful in the field. You cannot be allowing these kind of easy runs. These runs can be very valuable. But Lizelle Lee again not able to contribute, but they need to get rid of Maya Bouchier. She has been the best batter for the Brave in this tournament. That's driven again straight to covers. Another dot ball from Grace Potts. It's a really good start, good lines and good lengths from Welsh Fire. I don't know whether, I'm a big fan of winning the toss and batting first, but it looks like good bowling conditions. So Welsh Fire will be looking to take full advantage of this bowling conditions. This time on the stumps again, and Bouchier defends it to covers. Another dot ball to finish the over. 1 run came from that over, including the wicket of Lizelle Lee. Southern Brave women are 2 for 1 after 10 balls. So Orla Prendergast is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 3. That's driven again towards mid-off. Another dot ball to start the over. So Laura Wolfart taking her time, comes down the wicket this time, flicks it away towards the deep square leg and picks up another single. So Maya Bouchier is back on strike. Down the track, hits it in the air, over mid-on, straight down the ground for 4. This is what Maya Bouchier can do. This is why she has been the most silently dangerous batters in this tournament so far. Using her feet beautifully and hitting through the line straight down the ground for the first boundary of the innings for Southern Brave. This time it's on the pads, and Maya Bouchier flicks it towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Wolfart is back on strike, again on the pads, flicked away again. We're looking for 2 here. No, just a single. Just a single to finish off the over. So So 7 runs came from that over from Orla Prendergast, and Southern Brave women are 9 for 1 after 15 balls. So Grace Potts is going to continue. She still has 2 overs left, conceded only 2 runs in her 10 balls so far. Maya Bouchier is on strike. That's pulled in the air. It's gone straight up. An opportunity here for a catch. And it's taken. That is the biggest wicket possible. Maya Bouchier has to go back. What a huge wicket this is for the Welsh Fire. Because Maya Bouchier has been the silent killer when it comes to the Southern Brave team in this tournament. Getting rid of her is very, very important. Miscued it big time there. It went straight up in the air. Ball was swirling around, and really good catch actually by that fielder running around. And the second wicket goes down for Southern Brave. Both openers have been dismissed inside the power play. For the first time in this tournament, this is happening. Because normally one of these openers will always stay till the end, or at least almost bat till the end, but that hasn't happened. Maya Bouchier out after scoring 6 runs from 8 balls. The Southern Brave in early trouble now. 9 for 2 after 16 balls. So Jemima Rodriguez is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 4. And it's short and wide. Rodriguez cuts it away out towards deep point and gets off the mark with a couple of runs. So Jemima Rodriguez has also been in really good form in this tournament. This time again on the stumps, and Jemima Rodriguez defends it to covers. Another dot ball from Grace Potts. Last ball of the over coming up. And this time full again, driven back to the bowler. Another dot ball to finish the over. 2 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Maya Bouchier. And Southern Brave Women are 11 for 2 after 20 balls. This time flicked away leg side again towards that fielder at deep square leg. Rodriguez picks up another single to finish the over. 3 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Maya Bouchier. Southern Brave Women are 12 for 2 after 20 balls. So Orla Prendergast is going to continue. And this is not a good start for Southern Brave. Maybe their winning streak is coming to an end today probably. Every streak has to come to an end at some point. And maybe I don't know whether it's ending today because this is not a good start for Southern Brave. Prendergast continuing into a second over. Little bit of swing and Jemima Rodriguez drives through the covers. And that'll run away for 4. Quick outfield there. And the ball racing across the outfield. And Jemima Rodriguez picks up her first boundary in this innings. Beautiful timing and placement. Well, Jemima Rodriguez, class player, class personified. That's again flicked away leg side and picks up another single. This match is happening in Sophia Gardens in Cardiff. Quick outfield at Cardiff. Bowlers will get pace bowlers will get a lot of assistance at this particular venue. This time it's driven again, but straight to mid-off. Another dot ball from Orla Prendergast. Assessing the conditions is very, very important in this game actually, because even though it's a T20 game, even though it's a 100 game, even though it is the shortest formats of the game, still assessing the conditions is very, very important. I don't know how many of you saw this game yesterday. I think it was the Global Super League final, I think, in Providence Stadium in Guyana it was happening. Guyana Amazon Warriors versus San Francisco Unicorns versus Guyana Amazon Warriors. Final of Global Super League this season. Obviously it is very early morning timing here in India, so it was so tough to cover that particular game, but Guyana Amazon Warriors got bowled out for 85 in that final, and then we all thought that San Francisco Unicorns can chase it down easily, but it was looking as though it was it was looking as though it was subcontinent conditions of a test match. The ball is spinning like anything for the spinners. I've only seen that in Indian conditions, Sri Lankan conditions. I've seen it in test matches. And Unicorns got bowled out for 79. 86 got defended in a T20 game. That is only possible if the conditions are fully favoring the bowlers. Only then you can defend those kind of totals. Otherwise, 86 and all in modern day T20 cricket, how can you defend? No way you can defend it. And that is now the lowest ever total defended in a T20 final. 86 has been defended. Let that sink in first. I mean, nowadays we are all priding ourselves in scoring 86 in the power play itself of a T20 game. And then imagine 86 getting defended in a full T20 game. I mean, that was just unbelievable. So yeah, I mean, the conditions will keep on varying. That's what I am trying to say. Like, every condition won't be the same. In certain conditions, you have to score 200 plus. In certain conditions, 130, 140 will be enough. In certain conditions, even 86 will be enough to defend. Because really, to be very honest, and that Providence Stadium in Guyana, I mean, nightmare for batters actually. Because once the spinners come on, you cannot even bat. The ball will keep on spinning. How will it? It's like rank Turner actually in a test match. Everything will spin any time you can get out. Conditions will always test the batters in any venue. And here also it's testing the Southern Brave now. 19 for 2 after 25 balls. The ball is swinging around for the fast bowlers. It's not easy to bat on. So it's very, very important to assess the conditions wherever you are playing. Sophia Smalley has the new bowler into the attack here. Started well. 1 run from the first 2 balls of this over. Because I was shocked actually yesterday when I saw 86 getting defended in T20 game. Surely has to be one of the craziest ever defenses in T20 cricket history, I think. No way you're defending 86 in modern day T20 cricket. However tough the conditions may be, I don't think, that too in men's cricket. We are all saying that only in women's cricket, chasing is very, very difficult. In men's cricket, 86 run chase should be a cakewalk in modern day T20 cricket. Only in women's cricket, because of certain limitations, sometimes even easy run chases become tough. But what about men? San Francisco Unicorns, they should have chased down 86. They would have won the Global Super League title defeating the Guyana Amazon Warriors in Guyana. What a historic feat that would have been. But unfortunately, they just completely lost it there. I don't know. All the hard work of restricting the opposition to 85, everything went in vain actually. But anyways, let's come back to this game. 3 runs came from that over from Sophia Smalley, and Southern Brave women are 22 for 2 after 30 balls. So Grace Potts. Grace Potts is back into the attack now. She still has 1 over left, has dream figures of 2 for 5 in her 15 balls. Laura Wolford is on strike. Oh, that's driven in the gap. And they'll run away for 4. Terrific placement there from Laura Wolford. A little bit of width on offer. And she has pierced that gap to perfection. Starts the over with a boundary. Much needed boundary for Southern Brave. This time driven again. And another dot ball from Grace Potts. Three more deliveries left in this over. Wolford is back on strike. Swung away leg side. It's in the gap again. Beats mid-on. 4 more. Second boundary in this over. Wolford getting into her own. This is what Wolford can do. This is why she can be very, very dangerous. And picks up yet another boundary. Grace Potts being put under pressure here. Again gives herself room, drives it but straight to the fielder this time. That covers. So it's a dot ball from grey spots. So 8 runs have come from this over, still 1 ball left. Last ball of the over. That's flicked away again, out towards deep mid wicket. Wolfhard picks up another single to finish the over. 9 runs came from that over from grey spots. The Southern Brave Women are 31 for 2 after 35 balls. So Heather Graham is the new bowler into the attack. A bowling change here for Welsh Fire. Jemima Rodriguez is going to be on strike, and every time these two batters bat with each other, they always tend to form good partnerships. Full and on the pads, flicked away by Jemima Rodriguez towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to start the over. Second ball of the over coming up. Wolfhard back on strike. Full again. Wolfhard drives it down the ground towards long off and picks up another single. This time cuts it in the gap and they'll race away for 4 with on offer there, and Jemima Rodriguez won't miss out on that. Once again, she's so good between that point and third man region. She finds those gaps really well and picks up another boundary. This time driven again, but straight to the fielder. So another dot ball here. One more delivery left in this over. Again cuts it away straight to the fielder. Another dot ball to finish off the over. 6 runs came from that over, and Southern Brave Women are 37 for 2 after 40 balls. So Georgia Wareham is the new bowler into the attack. Coming over the wicket. That's a full toss. And Wolfhard hits it towards mid-wicket. Dot ball to start the over. This time tossed up again, and Wolfhard hits it down the ground towards long off and picks up another single. So Wareham is the captain today, taking over captaincy duties. Goes for the reverse and gets it. Doesn't reach the boundary. They'll pick up another couple of runs. Jemima Rodriguez keeps the strike. Two more deliveries left in this over. This time again flicked away. And we'll pick up a couple of runs. No, just a single for Jemima Rodriguez. Good over this from Georgia Wareham. Oh, edged. Past the keeper. And that'll race away for 4, will it? Yes, it will. Very, very streaky and very, very successful for Laura Wolfhard there. Doesn't matter how they come as long as they come. And that's raced across this outfield for 4 to finish off the over. 8 runs came from that over from Georgia Wareham. 4 byes given in fact. And the Southern Brave Women are 45 for 2 after 45 balls. Sophia Smalley is back into the attack now. Coming around the wicket to Laura Wolfhard. Ooh, that's a full delivery right up in the block hole. And Wolfhard digs it out. Dot ball to start the over. Oh, comes down the wicket looking to flick it away. Gets it on the pads again. Back-to-back dot balls from Sophia Smalley. Full toss. Wolfhard hits it down the ground towards long on. Picks up another single. So Jemima Rodriguez is back on strike. 1 more delivery left in this over. Last ball of the over. Rodriguez looks for the reverse sweep. Almost reverse sweeps it back onto her stumps there, but just misses the stumps. Almost played it on. A really good over from Sophia Smalley. Just 1 run coming from that over. And so Southern Brave Women looking in trouble at the moment. 46 for 2 after 50 balls. Orla Prendergast is back into the attack. And that's a wide down the leg side. Wolfhard gave herself room. Stuart short fine leg. They'll get through for a single. So wide plus the single for Laura Wolfhard and Southern Brave. 2 extra runs to the total. This time Jemima goes straight over mid-on, 1 bounce and 4. Terrific shot through the line there. And Jemima Rodriguez picks up another boundary. 50 comes up for Southern Brave. 50 comes up in 51 balls at the loss of 2 wickets. Jemima with her 3rd boundary in this innings. This time Jemima again flicks it away leg side towards deep square leg and looking to come back for 2. Will pick up another couple of runs. Short and wide, cuts it away past that fielder. It won't reach the boundary. Jemima Rodriguez picks up another single. This time in the air, and it hasn't carried. 1 bounce to mid-off. Last ball of the over. Wolfhard hits it down the ground again towards long on and picks up another single to finish the over. 10 runs came from that over from Orla Prendergast. Southern Brave women are 56 for 2 after 55 balls. So Heather Graham now continuing into her second over. Coming over the wicket to Jemima Rodriguez. Bowls a full toss. And Jemima Rodriguez sweeps leg side towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to start the over. This time again swung leg side towards mid wicket And another dot ball here from Heather Graham. This time again swung leg side, but the fielder is again there at deep mid wicket, so this is a single. 2 runs from the first 3 balls of this over. This time drives it in the air, mid-off, takes it. No timing at all from Jemima Rodriguez, high on the bat. Simple catch at mid-off and a timely breakthrough here for this Welsh fire. Heather Graham always has this knack of picking up wickets. There's extra bounce there for Heather Graham. Jemima Rodriguez getting high on the bat. And easy catch at mid-off for Georgia Wareham. 3rd wicket falls for Southern Brave. 49-run partnership has been broken between Jemima Rodriguez and Laura Wolfart. Jemima Rodriguez has to go after scoring 25 from 21 balls, and Southern Brave women are 58 for 3 after 59 balls. Sophie Molyneux is the new batter to the crease, the captain of Southern Brave, making her way out to the middle. So Southern Brave women are 58 for 3 after 59 balls, and it's also the time for the strategic timeout. So we come to the end of the timeout, and Molyneux drives it towards covers for another dot ball to finish the over. Really good over from Heather Graham. There's 2 runs coming off that over, including the wicket of Jemima Rodriguez. Southern Brave women are 58 for 3 after 60 balls with 40 more deliveries left in this innings. Now Georgia Wareham back into the attack. Straight away tosses it up. Wolfhard looking to sweep. Misses it through to the keeper. Another dot ball to start the over. This time punches it again down the ground towards long off and picks up another single. That's down the leg side. She goes for the sweep towards short fine leg. Is it a wide? That is the big question. I think it's not. You get through for a single here. This time shot again. Wolfhard pulls it away. Just taking singles now, both these batters. It was a good partnership, 49-run partnership between Jemima Rodriguez and Wolfhard that has been broken at a critical time. Three runs have come from this over, last ball of the over coming up. And this time swept away towards deep mid wicket. Coming back for two. Another couple of runs to finish the over. 5 runs came from that over from Georgia Wareham. Southern Brave Women are 63 for 3 after 65 balls. So Wareham looks like continuing to bowl 2 sets on the trot. Another rule which is there in the 100, you can bowl 2 5 sets on the trot. Well, this time it's gone off the bats. And Molyneux will pick up another single. This time tosses it up. Wolfhard drives it out towards deep extra covers. Picks up another single. So 3 runs have come from this over, still 1 ball left. Boundaries have dried up. This day dealing in singles at the moment. This time flicked away again towards deep square leg and picks up another single to finish the over. 4 runs came from that over from Georgia Wareham. And Southern Brave Women still struggling here, 67 for 3 after 70 balls. Sophia Smalley back into the attack now. 30 more balls left in this innings. Wolfart moves across to the off stump, paddles it away leg side, and that races away for 4. The fine leg fielder can't catch up with it. And a much needed boundary for Southern Brave. The Wolfart has been struggling, has hung in there, and picks up her third boundary in this innings. Second ball of the over coming up. This time again Wolfart hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. This time driven again past that fielder at covers, and that'll run away for 4. No one back there at deep extra covers, and the captain Sophie Molyneux picks up her first boundary in this innings, and this is turning out to be an expensive start to this over here for Sophia Smalley. Second boundary in this over. This time she hits it again down towards long on. And Laura Wolfart picks up another single to finish the over. 11 runs came from that over from Sophia Smalley. And the Southern Brave women are 78 for 3 after 75 balls. So Orla Prendergast is back into the attack now. Coming over the wicket to Sophie Molyneux. It's shot again, pulled away leg side. Deep mid wicket puts in the dive. Molyneux will pick up another couple of runs to start this over. Southern Brave are have really struggled in this innings, maybe because of the conditions probably, not quite at their best. But they've hung in there, and if they can get to around 110, 120, maybe that could be enough. Or that might not be enough also, because nowadays we are not even able to say when 86 gets defended in a men's T20 final, then that shows how unpredictable this game can be. You never know actually. It's gone off the pads again. Laura Wolfart will get through and pick up another single. Molyneux is back on strike. 2 more deliveries left in this over. It's driven again, straight to mid-off. Oh, there was a shy in the stumps. Direct hit would have been gone there. Oh, in fact, see, they have hit the direct hit. She has hit the direct hit. The finger goes up from the umpire. I said direct hit would have been gone. The fielder heard me there. You said direct hit. I will, here you have it. Take the direct hit. That is what the fielder said. And Molyneux has to go. 4th wicket goes down for Southern Brave. More problems here. Really good in the field here. Welsh Fire. Bullseye from that fielder at mid-off. And once again it's Georgia Wareham. So good in the field. Hits the stumps directly. And the captain of Southern Brave is on her way back to the pavilion. So Sophie Molyneux departs after scoring 12 runs from 11 balls. The Southern Brave women are 82 for 4 after 79 balls. I mean, I do agree that Southern Brave women are the best team in this tournament, and Southern Brave women are the team to beat in this tournament. But I would also point out some hidden weaknesses which I am able to see in this Southern Brave unit. As we see a wide here, and Woolford gets through for a single, so 2 extra runs to the total. Hidden weaknesses. Just get Lizelle Lee and Maya Bouchier out in the power play, and then their middle order gets stuck. That is what I am thinking. I would like to know your views about Southern Brave. They are unbeatable. They are looking great. 5 wins out of 5 games, unbeaten in this tournament, continuing their unbeaten run. But these are some hidden weaknesses. For the first time today, both Lizelle Lee and Maya Bouchier have been dismissed in the power play. It has not happened before. For the first time in this game, it's happening. And then you look at what is happening here to Southern Brave. They are suddenly struggling. You haven't seen them struggle like this. I mean, it's more like the Gujarat Titans in the IPL, isn't it? If Shubman Gill and Sai Sudarshan performs, then the entire team looks so strong and looks so dangerous. If you get both Shubman Gill and Sai Sudarshan out in the power play, then they're looking vulnerable. I'm sensing similar kind of problems in the Southern Brave unit. You remember in the previous game against London Spirit, Lizelle Lee was out for a duck. Maya Bouchier should have been stumped by Amy Jones. Nadine de Klerk was brought on to bowl, and the wicketkeeper missed a stumping of Maya Bouchier. At that time, if Amy Jones had collected that stumping and had got her out, then anything could have happened. It was kind of looking 50-50. But once Maya Bouchier stayed till the end, it was always going to be tough to defend that total. But London Spirit was making a fight out of it against the Southern Brave team. Lizelle Lee didn't contribute. Maya Bouchier got a lifeline. But today there was no lifeline. Both of them got out inside the first 3 overs. So there are some hidden weaknesses. We don't know whether that will convert into a bigger weakness going forward in the tournament, because something which the Southern Brave will have to focus, because Laura Woolford, I will be open and honest, it might be brutal, but Laura Woolford has not been at her fluent best in this tournament. She has struggled. Now again, you look at her knock today, 29 from 36 balls. This is unlike Laura Woolford. Her strike rates have always been below 100. You look at her strike rate today as well, Laura Woolford. You look at her strike rate today, 80.56. The strike rate is not even crossing 100. She is getting the runs, but getting them at a good strike rate is important when you are playing in this kind of a format. 100 is the shortest format of the game. So you need to bat at a strike rate of above 100. 80.56 is unacceptable. So a tough time going on for Laura Woolford. Jemima Rodrigues, I would still say Jemima Rodrigues is not a T20 powerhouse. She can bat in T20 cricket, but she relies more on timing and placement. Kane Williamson, Steve Smith, Joe Root, and Jemima Rodrigues. I will equate all 4 of them. In T20s, they are not that explosive, but in ODIs and tests, they are the best. They are the 4 players which I mentioned. Goes for the big shot here. Wolfart finds the gap. 1 bounce and 4. So finally gets the boundary there. It was too short from Heather Graham. The Wolfart picked up the length beautifully. Picks up her fourth boundary in this innings. And this time much fuller, and Wolfart hits it towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. So those are the hidden weaknesses which I am able to see. Once Lizelle Lee and Maya Bouchier, both of them, once they get out, suddenly you have, I'm not blaming Jemima Rodrigues. She's a fantastic cricketer. But will you depend on her to win a T20 match for you with the bat? I'm not quite sure. Laura Wolfart, again, as I said, struggling with strike rate. And after both of them, Sophie Molyneux is coming. Sophie Molyneux, remember, is a bowling all-rounder. I have said this before in a few matches. When you are looking at all-rounders, you need to see whether they are a batting all-rounder or whether they are a bowling all-rounder. If they are a bowling all-rounder, how much can they contribute with the bat? That also matters. I have said this in a previous game as well. Batting all-rounders are much more valuable in a batting innings compared to bowling all-rounders. Sophie Molyneux can bat, but how much can she bat? She is a predominant bowler, not a predominant batter. She cannot score the amount of runs which Jemima Rodrigues scores, or she cannot score the amount of runs which Lizelle Lee scores. So you need to look at that as well. And Sophie Molyneux coming in at number 5 itself is showing some weaknesses. The batting depth is not there, and it looks like Lizelle Lee and Maya Bouchier have been covering up those weaknesses in the first 5 matches so far. Otherwise, the bowling of Southern Brave has been covering up those weaknesses. So we don't know where those weaknesses are going to get exposed. That's pulled away again. That's in the gap. That'll be 4. The Wolfart ends the over with the boundary. Misfield there at square leg, and races away for 4. So Wolfart still finding the boundaries, but as we mentioned, the strike rate is only the issue. Finally, she goes to a strike rate of 100. So yeah, starts the over with a boundary here. This time it's nicely tossed up, and Wolfart hits it again down towards long on. Will pick up another couple of runs. 100 comes up for Southern Brave. 100 comes up in 87 balls. That's another gently tossed up full toss. Wolfart can hit those full tosses anywhere, but she's not getting enough power in her shots. Down to long on for just a single. Gives a strike back to Jodie Grewcock, the new batter to the crease. This time again flicks it away leg side. Grewcock towards long on and picks up another single. So last ball of the over coming up. Wolfart moves across the stumps, lifts it leg side again. Deep mid wicket, cannot stop it. Ends the over with a boundary. 12 runs came from that over from Georgia Wareham. And Southern Brave women are 107 for 4 after 90 balls. Well, now maybe Welsh Fire have something to ponder about here, because if the Southern Brave cross 120, then their bowling attack is so good that they can do anything. I would say that Southern Braves bowling has been better than their batting in this tournament. Against MI London women, Southern Braves should have lost that game. Their bowling pulled it back. They won it from the dead that game. That was slipping away from their control. But bowlers like Lauren Bell, Sophie Molyneux, they have so much magic that they are able to pull the games back in their favor. And now again here, it appears as though Southern Brave are going to end up with a low total, but you never know about their bowlers. Their bowling is always doing good. That's flicked away again, down towards long on, and Jodie Grewcock will pick up another single. 3 runs from the first 2 balls of this over. So that's the thing actually, they always say batters win you matches, bowlers win you tournaments. The best bowling attack in this tournament, surely Southern Brave. No doubt about that. And Wolford again goes down the ground. Long on coming around. Wolford picks up another single. So she's just stayed there. Now she's trying to switch gears. Moves to 49 now. Moves to 48 with that single. Can she get to her half century? Jodie Grewcock is back on strike. And goes for a sweep. No one there at deep square leg. That races away for 4. Yes, it does. So Grewcock getting the boundary here. They're going to go across 120. Danger signs. Remembering how Mumbai Indians London couldn't chase down that 120 plus total just a few matches ago. Something for Welsh Fire to worry about. So this time Jodie Grewcock again drives it down towards long on and picks up another single to finish the over. So a really good over there for the Southern Brave. Nine runs came from that over from Sophia Smalley. And Southern Brave women are 116 for 4 after 95 balls with one more set left in this innings. So Heather Graham is going to be bowling the last over for the Welsh Fire women. Laura Wolford is on strike, nearing her half century on 48. Hits it high up in the air, long off, coming around, takes the catch. Georgia Wareham again, one of the best fielders in the Welsh Fire team. Safest pair of hands, completes the catch. And it brings to an end this innings of Laura Wolford. Has faced 45 balls and scored 48 runs. Switched gears towards the end. Somehow crossed the strike rate of 100 finally. But really well taken there by Georgia Wareham. At long off. 5th wicket falls for Southern Brave. A really good result for Welsh Fire because 120 is the psychological mark whenever Southern Brave are batting first. Laura Wolford departs after scoring 48 from 45 balls. And Southern Brave women are 116 for 5 after 96 balls with 4 more deliveries left in this innings. Past mid-off and it won't reach the boundary. Naomi Dattani will come back for 2. Gets off the mark with a couple of runs. So Naomi Dattani gets off the mark with a couple of runs. 3 more deliveries left in this innings for Southern Brave. Goes again down the ground towards long on. Picks up another single, so getting towards that danger territory. 120 is not impossible to chase down, but against Southern Brave it can be impossible. Because as we said, they are the best bowling unit in this tournament. Without any doubt. Two more deliveries left in this innings. Jody Grewcock is back on strike. That's driven in the air and is taken. Is it? No, put down. That's the thing, isn't it? About all these teams. Whenever there is an opportunity, you won't capitalize on it in the field. Whether it's men's cricket, whether it's women's cricket. Countless number of dropped catches in important situations. Never-ending love story. Another catch goes down. Jody Grewcock picks up the single. Last ball of the innings coming up. That's shot again. Pulled away leg side. Might have found the gap. No. One bounce to deep mid wicket. Can only take the single. Looking for two. Can't get two. Single to finish it off. 5 runs came from the last over. From Heather Graham. Including the wicket of Laura Wolfart. And Southern Brave women finish their full quota of 100 balls. And they end up with 121 for 5. At the end of their 100 balls. But you have to say it's a terrific bowling performance from Welsh Fire to keep the Southern Brave down to 121 for 5. But you never know, because Southern Brave bowlers have been just simply brilliant. So if they can put in another brilliant bowling performance, maybe they can defend this total and continue their unbeaten run, which looks never ending at the moment in the group stages. If we look at Southern Brave innings, they got off to a very poor start by losing both Lizelle Lee and Maya Bouchier inside the first 3 overs. But then a 49-run partnership between Jemima Rodriguez and Laura Wolfart. Once again, both of them getting together and batting together beautifully. Partnership of 49 from 43 balls between Laura Wolfart and Jemima Rodriguez. But after that, Jemima Rodriguez got out. Laura Wolfart kept on hanging in there. She was struggling in her innings, but she kept on hanging in there. That was the important thing, and scored 48 from 45 balls, Laura Wolfart. Sophie Molyneux as well with a short cameo of 12 from 11. Towards the end, Jody Grewcock 13 from 9 balls with 1 boundary. Naomi Dattani 4 from 3 balls as well. And you look at the bowling of the Welsh Fire women today. Grace Potts 2 for 14 in her 20 balls. Orla Prendergast bowled 20 balls, couldn't take a wicket, none for 29 in her 20 balls. Sophia Smalley, none for 24 in her 20 balls. And Heather Graham as well, 2 for 23. Always has this knack of picking up wickets, Heather Graham. 2 for 23 in her 20 balls. And Georgia Wareham, the newly appointed captain today, none for 23 in her 20 balls as well. So Welsh Fire, when they come out to bat, will need 122 runs to win this match from their full quota of 100 balls to come back to winning ways in this Women's 100 tournament. We'll be back again shortly to cover the run chase. Until then, please stay tuned. So hi guys, welcome back to the run chase here. The Welsh Fire women are 25 for 1 after 20 balls, trying to chase down a score of 122 from their full quota of 100 balls. As a stumping being checked here, and the batter has made it back. Lizelle Lee fumbled it there, and by the time she took the bails off, the batter made it back. So it will be, well, it's given us out. What? She has made it back, the batter. That could be a controversial decision there. Ella McCaugan has to go after scoring 8 runs from 10 balls. And Welsh Fire women are 25 for 2 after 20 balls. 2 wickets in the over for Tilly Coleman. That is surely a controversial decision. She has made it back. Lizelle Lee fumbled it. I don't know how that is given us out. Maybe it is at the time of the bails lighting up. Maybe that is why it is given us out. So Georgia Wareham is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 4. Just in a space within a space of 5 balls, 2 wickets have fallen. A little bit of pressure on Welsh Fire. Freya Kemp is obviously capable with the bat. But now these two batters will have to take the responsibility. Required run rate is only 6.14. But as we said, that 120 mark is an uncomfortable. I mean, it's kind of an in-between total. But Southern Braves bowling has been one of the best bowling attacks in this tournament. Top notch it has been. So you need to break their bowlers if you want to defeat them. That's driven again down the ground to mid-off. Freya Kemp picks up another single. Georgia Wareham is back on stride. Wareham is not yet off the mark. Still on 0. 96 needed from the last 13, from the last 78 balls. 78 balls is 13 overs in T20 cricket, not necessarily so in the 100 tournament. That's driven in the air, finds the gap. No one there at D point, and Wareham immediately starts off with a boundary. The very first ball that she's facing, vacant spaces on the offside. And Wareham gets off the mark with a boundary. Well, this is exactly what Georgia Wareham can do. Has the ability to take the game away from the opposition with the bat. A power hitter as well, can hit sixes when it's needed. And Lauren Bell slightly under pressure here. That's too wide. Too wide from Lauren Bell. Has to reload that one again. Pressure on Lauren Bell at the moment.
It's a wide.
The score now for Welsh Fire women is 31 for 2 after 23 balls. Oh, was that an edge? No, there wasn't. Oh, just about missed the stumps probably. What a delivery there. Absolute beauty to follow it up with a wide. Just about beating the outside edge of Georgia Wareham there. The last ball of the over. Edged again, then it's put down. Oh dear, this time there was an obvious outside edge. And Wareham will get through for a single to finish off that over. Another catch goes down. This time it's Lizelle Lee who puts it down.
Oh my God.
You need to be taking those catches. Anyways, over comes to an end. 7 runs came from that over from Lauren Bell, and Welsh Fire women are 32 for 2 after 25 balls. Well, the previous one just beat the outside edge of Wareham. The last delivery took a very obvious edge, but couldn't hang on to it there, Lizelle Lee. Sophie Molyneux now back into the attack, into her second over. Straight away, Freya Kemp uses her feet, hits it down towards long off, and picks up another single to start the over. Sophie Molyneux was their best bowler in the previous game against London Spirit. Bowled the most economical spell you'll ever see. But today she has been a little expensive in her first over. That's what they say, isn't it? That's what they say, isn't it? Every day is not same for a cricketer. One day you'll have the best day, one day you'll have an ordinary day. Ooh, that ball slowed it down a little bit there, slow through the air. Wareham defends it to covers. Another dot ball. This time cut away. Oh, good fielding at covers again. Back-to-back dot balls from Molyneux. She has this ability to tie down the batters at any stage of the innings. Two more deliveries left in this over. Oh, looking for the sweep. Hits it on the pass. Almost an appeal for LBW there. Another dot ball from Molyneux. Last ball of the over. This time again cut away straight to covers. And they'll hit through for a quick single. A very, very risky single there. Wareham completes the single. 2 runs came from that over from Sophie Molyneux. Welsh Fire women are 34 for 2 after 30 balls. So Tilly Coleman is back into the attack. Georgia Wareham is on strike. It's cut away again by Wareham out towards deep extra covers. And they're going to come back for 2 here. Wareham will get 2. Couple of runs to start the over. .86 needed from 69 balls for Welsh Fire. Tossed up again. Wareham drives it down the ground towards long off and picks up another single. Freya Kemp is back on strike. comes down the wicket, misses it again. Lizzie misses it again behind the stumps. Lizzie is having a very ordinary day behind the stumps. A dropped catch. Now a misstumping. There was almost a misstumping of Ella McCaugan. There was almost a misstumping of Ella McCaugan as well. They almost got it in time, but then a drop catch, a misstumping again. Last ball of the over. Uses her feet, goes straight down the ground, adding insult to injury. Straight towards the side screen for 6 from Freya Kemp. Oh, Lizzie won't be feeling good there. How many times have we seen this? A drop catch or a misstumping, missed opportunity, followed by a boundary or a 6 the very next ball. That adds insult to injury for whoever who missed the opportunity. And Freya Kemp picks up her first 6 in this innings. This time it's a wide down the leg side from Tilly Coleman. Has to rail out that one again. Last ball of the over. Goes again, but it's only gone high. Now this could be an opportunity here. It's taken at long off. Well, was there a necessity to play that shot? He just hit a 6th in the over. Was looking to go again. And what a gift of a wicket here for Southern Brave. They're still hanging in there. They refuse to give up. Southern Brave women will refuse to give up. They are that kind of a team. And Freya Kemp has to go. 3rd wicket goes down for Welsh Fire, a team that is known for crumbling under pressure. Are the Welsh Fire? And are they going to do that once again now? That is the big question. A huge wicket, in fact, because Freya Kemp has this knack of taking the game away from the oppositions with the bat. Hit a 6, was looking to go again. She's gone after scoring 9 from 7 balls. And Welsh Fire women are 44 for 3 after 35 balls. So, I mean, the Welsh Fire women have not quite had the best of seasons. If you look at the last couple of seasons, last year they finished right at the bottom. I think Welsh Fire women got only 1 win in the previous edition of the Women's 100 tournament, and now also they are having only 1 win from their first 4 matches. So suddenly they have gone very downhill in the last couple of seasons, and I don't know whether they'll be able to recover from this, because I mean, they're doing really well with the ball, but the batting has somehow not improved at all for Welsh Fire. What is the use of doing all the hard work with the ball when you don't have the batters? Georgia Wareham is still there. She got a reprieve. Orla Prendergast is a new batter to the crease. Drives it beautifully through the covers, and that'll run away for 4. So a beautiful cover drive there. Gets off the mark with the boundary. She's an Ireland player. Plays for Ireland women in international cricket. And she has the talent. That's why she's playing this tournament. Gets off the mark with the boundary. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Orla Prendergast played a fantastic knock in the Women's T20 World Cup when Ireland got a famous win against the West Indies in this recently concluded Women's T20 World Cup this year. If anyone wants to remember that game. This time tossed up again. Wareham drives it straight to covers. Another dot ball from Sarah Glenn, who is the new bowler into the attack here. time cuts it again, but again straight to the fielder at covers. Another dot ball to finish off the over. So 5 runs came from that over from Sarah Glenn. And Welsh Fire women are 49 for 3 after 40 balls. Yeah, talking about Orla Prendergast, she scored 63 from 44 balls against West Indies in the Women's T20 World Cup. And Ireland women got a famous win against West Indies. They caused an upset in the Women's T20 World Cup by defeating former champions West Indies, which happened to be Ireland women's only win in the Women's T20 World Cup this year, and that came against West Indies. And Orla Prendergast was the star in that particular game, so you can expect her to perform well here as well for the Welsh Fire, that is for sure. So EC Wong is back into the attack into her second over. Orla Prendergast is going to be on strike. Just because she is an Ireland player, you don't need to think lightly of her. You never underestimate, never judge a book by its cover. There's a saying like that. So you never underestimate even an Ireland player, particularly when she was the star of that particular win in the Women's T20 World Cup. It's never easy to defeat a top tier team like West Indies like that, particularly for a nation like Ireland. But they did it in the Women's T20 World Cup, and Orla Prendergast was the star. So she can do well here as well for Welsh Fire. She's been brought into the playing 11 today, and that's, I think, a very good decision. She'll get a lot of exposure in these England conditions. She might have already gotten exposure in the Women's T20 World Cup, but 100 tournament also, you're getting more exposure in these tough England conditions. That is for sure. Oh, short and wide, looking for the cut. Unable to make connection. Back-to-back dot balls from EC Wong. Oh, cleans her up after bowling 2 balls outside the off stump. AC Wong follows the batter for once, bowls it at the stumps, and Orla Prendergast not able to put bat to ball and loses her middle stump in the process. 4th wicket goes down for Welsh Fire. The Southern Braves still fighting here. Mentioned earlier, Southern Brave are the best bowling unit in this tournament. Batters win you matches, bowlers win you tournaments. And this unbreakable bowling unit are again fighting hard here, and Welsh Fire in a lot of trouble. 4th wicket goes down. Orla Prendergast out for 5, and Welsh Fire women a little bit of trouble here. 49 for 4 after 43 balls. So Heather Graham is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 6. She's not a very reputed batter of any sort. She can bat, but I have never seen her play any match-winning knocks on her own. I have never seen that. Has the capability. Has come in at number 6, and Welsh Fire in a lot of trouble here after bowling so well in the first innings. Struggling a little bit here. That's edged past third man. That'll be 4. So you need that kind of luck if you want to win a cricket match. And straight away Heather Graham gets that luck and gets off the mark with a boundary. 50 comes up for Welsh Fire. 50 comes up in 44 balls at the loss of 4 wickets. Last ball of the over is another beauty. Beats the outside edge of Heather Graham. It's a dot ball to finish off the over. 4 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Orla Prendergast. And Welsh Fire women are 53 for 4 after 45 balls. Well, we were just praising and appreciating Orla Prendergast for that knock against West Indies in the Women's T20 World Cup. But unfortunately, she has been dismissed here. First opportunity she's getting in the Women's 100 tournament. So obviously, a high-stakes tournament like this, I think she will need time to bring out her full potential. Because whatever said and done, she's an Ireland player. She's not playing for any of the top teams. For her to be playing this Women's 100 tournament in itself is an achievement, because coming from an associate nation like Ireland, it's never easy to break into these kind of tournaments. Tilly Coleman now back into the attack, coming around the wicket. That's tossed up again, and Heather Graham drives it down the ground towards long off and picks up another single to start the over. Georgia Wareham is back on strike. The captain has to do something here for the Welsh Fire, because slowly the required run rate creeps up. The pressure will also creep up. That's cut away again. That's in the gap. Deep extra covers coming around. Puts in the dive. Couple of runs for Georgia Wareham. The newly appointed captain today, Georgia Wareham. Well, Sophie Devine has, I think that is a big miss actually for Welsh Fire, because Sophie Devine can also, she's a valuable all-rounder to have in a team, but she is not playing today. So that is, Sophie Devine is a complete package. She can bat, she can bowl, she can field, she can captain, she can, there's nothing that she can't do. And to miss a player of that caliber will really be a blow for the Welsh Fire. There's no doubt about that. It will be a big blow for Welsh Fire. The last ball of the over coming up. Heather Graham back on strike. Goes for the cut shot, but again well fielded at covers. Another dot ball to finish off the over. So 4 runs came from that over from Tilly Coleman. Welsh Fire still struggling here. 57 for 4 after 50 balls. .65 needed from 50 balls is still gettable for the Welsh Fire, but they need to keep their wickets in hand. That is the important thing, and they're running out of batters at the moment. Obviously Georgia Wareham is there, but as we said, Heather Graham is not that reputed with the bat. She can bat, that's all, but we don't know how much she can bat. So Sarah Glenn is back into the attack now, into her second over. Conceded 5 runs in her first over. And straight away Wareham cuts out towards deep extra covers. Just a single to start the over. So Heather Graham is back on strike. This time tossed up again, and Heather Graham hits it down the ground to long off and picks up another single. This time shot again, pulled away leg side towards deep mid wicket. Picks up another single. 3 singles to start this over. Still 2 balls left. Heather Graham is back on strike. Goes Goes for the cut shot. It's in the gap this time. The fielder was brought in at covers. I don't know why they did that. Deep extra covers was doing a good job. They brought that fielder in, and Heather Graham finds that gap and picks up a much needed boundary here for Welsh Fire. They need to get these boundaries at more regular intervals. The last ball of the over coming up from Sarah Glenn. Goes down the ground this time. Straight down the ground, but long on will come around. So a single to finish off that over. 8 runs came from that over from Sarah Glenn. And Welsh Fire women are 65 for 4 after 55 balls. Yeah, that's true actually, and Southern Brave are still unbeaten since 2024. Southern Brave are unbeaten in the group stage of Women's 100. So that winning run in the group stages, will it come to an end today? That is the big question. So Sophie Molyneux now has been brought back into the attack. 57 needed from 45, and this partnership starting to build up. At Wareham still there at the crease. It's tossed up on the path, swept away by Wareham. Out towards deep mid wicket. Picks up another single to start off the over. Heather Graham is back on strike. So once again, whenever it's a crisis situation or whenever it's needed, Sophie Molyneux will bring herself on and try to do something. This is how the captain should be. That's swept in the air again, but the ball lands safely. There was no one there at short mid wicket, and a little fumble as well. Oh dear, Jemima Rodriguez. Very, very rarely you will see a fielder like Jemima Rodriguez fumble like that. But still, it doesn't cost anything extra, just a single for Welsh Fire. This time pulled away. Oh, puts in the dive. Excellent fielding at short fine leg. Excellent fielding there. Could so easily have gone past that fielder for a boundary, but it not to be. And Wareham picks up another single. Brilliant fielding. This time again short and wide, again cut away, again past the fielder at mid-off, but long off is there. So another single here, 4 runs from this over, another quality over from the captain of Southern Brave. One more delivery left in this over. Last ball of the over coming up. Again brilliantly bowled, and Wareham drives it towards point. Another dot ball to finish off the over. 4 runs came from that over from Sophie Molyneux. And the Welsh Fire women are 69 for 4 after 60 balls. 53 more needed to win this game from the last 40 balls. And it's also the time for the strategic timeout. So we come to the end of the strategic timeout, and looks like the Welsh Fire men's team are also getting ready to take on the Southern Brave after this. Men's match will also happen. But yeah, this game is turning out to become very, very interesting. Will it go down to the wire? 53 needed from the last 40 balls. And Lauren Bell still has a couple of overs left, is back into the attack. That's a slow ball, flicked away by Heather Graham out towards the mid-wicket. And picks up another single to start the over. Oh, she's bowled. The slow ball again does the trick. Georgia Wareham looking to pull it away and loses her middle stump in the process. And what a big moment here in this game. Georgia Wareham has to go. Lauren Bell, a leg cutter actually from Bell there. Inside edge back onto the stumps. And the fifth wicket goes down for the Welsh Fire. Wareham has to go. This game is on here at Cardiff. Georgia Wareham, the captain, departs after scoring 16 from 20 balls. And Welsh Fire women are 70 for 5 after 62 balls. So Thompson is the new batter to the crease. Grace Thompson is the new batter to the crease. Coming in at number 7. Straight away wide outside the off stump from Lauren Bell. Has to reload that one again. The slow balls of Lauren Bell are looking very, very tough to get away. Slow ball again, pulled away leg side towards deep mid wicket, and picks up another single here. Yeah, absolutely, very poor shot from Georgia Wareham. I don't know why the scorecard is stuck like this. Scorecard is not moving here. But yeah, the score now is 73 for 5, 50 needed from 36 balls. Slow ball again, and Heather Graham cuts it towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. So Sarah Glenn is back into the attack now. 49 needed from 35 balls. And this time Thompson cuts it down the ground towards long off and picks up another single. So yeah, finally the scorecard is back. 48 needed from 34. Cut away again, down towards mid-off. It's another dot ball. So slowly now the pressure is starting to build on Welsh Fire. Welsh Fire is a team known to crumble. We have seen it last season as well. That's pulled again, leg side from Heather Graham. Long on and deep mid wicket. Deep mid wicket comes around. They're coming back for 2, and they'll get 2. Another couple of runs for Heather Graham. Well, Welsh Fire men's team are doing much better today actually compared to the women's team. The women's team had a very ordinary season last year also. And this season is also turning out to be ordinary. It's only because of their batting. You need some good batters in your team. I think that is where they are still struggling. Now this time Thompson punches it down the ground towards long on and picks up another single as well. So another single to finish off that over. So 5 runs came from that over from Sarah Glenn, and Welsh Fire women are 78 for 5 after 70 balls. So EC Wong is back into the attack. 44 needed from the last 30 balls. Starts off with a big wide outside the off stump. Attempted slow ball gone wrong. EC Wong has to reload that one again.
It's a wide. It's a wide.
That's a full toss. And Thompson hits it leg side towards Jemima Rodriguez at deep mid wicket. And picks up another single to start off the over. Heather Graham is back on strike. Wide down the leg side again. Second wide in this over from EC Wong.
It's a wide. It's a wide.
So I need to get the line right here. 41 needed now. This time again, Heather Graham hits it down the ground to long on. Can only take the single. Boundaries have dried up. Required run rate 7.14. Need boundaries at this stage. Oh, another beauty there. Grace Thompson looking for the drive. But again, outstanding bowling. Another dot ball here from EC Wong. Taking the pace off once again. And succeeding in doing so. Shot this time, pulled away leg side as he found the gap. No, deep mid wicket again. Just a single. Short and wide. Cut away. Oh, excellent. Excellent fielding at covers. So, another dot ball, another single to finish off the over. So, a good over there from E.C. Wong. Really good over from E.C. Wong. 6 runs came from that over, and Welsh Firewomen are 84 for 5 after 75 balls. 38 more needed from the last 25 balls. This time it's tossed up, and but Tilly Coleman is into her last over now. Tosses it up. Grace Thompson hits it down the ground to long off, and picks up another single to start off the over. Heather Graham slog sweeps leg side again and beats deep mid wicket for 4. She's been looking for that gap for quite a long time now. Finally gets that gap, and a precious boundary at this stage for the Welsh Fire. 33 now needed from 23. Heather Graham gets her 3rd boundary in this innings. This time it's a wide outside the off stump, or is it? It's not given as a wide. It's not given as a wide, so it's a dot ball. Dot ball to start off the dot ball from Tilly Coleman there. 33 needed from 22 now. It's going down to the wire. This tosses it up again. Hits it high in the air. Just lands safely. And they might look for 2 here. They might look for 2. They will get 2 because it went in the gap. So a couple of runs for Heather Graham. Is batting really well here. This time again, Heather Graham flicks it away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to finish the over. 8 runs came from that over from Tilly Coleman, and Welsh Firewomen are 92 for 5 after 80 balls with 30 needed from the last 20 balls. Sarah Glenn is back into the attack. Is continuing and comes down the wicket again. As Heather Graham hits it towards long on. Coming back for 2. That's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs to start the over. Stam cuts it on the back foot down towards mid-off. It's another dot ball from Sarah Glenn. This time looking to sweep. Unable to make connection. 28 needed from 17 now. It's getting a little trickier. This time it's a full delivery again. Graham hits it down the ground towards long on. Picks up another single. This time down the track, Thompson hits it. As it hit the rope on the full. They'll have to have a look at it. She's been struggling all along, Grace Thompson. But finally gets hold of one. Looks like 6 probably. I think it should be 6. Which is what the umpire is having a discussion. Raises his arms. That's gone all the way for 6. The terrific use of the feet from Grace Thompson, and clears the boundary for 6. Ends the over with a maximum, a much needed maximum for Welsh Fire. 9 runs came from that over. First 6 for Thompson in this innings. 100 comes up as well for Welsh Fire. They're 101 for 5 after 85 balls. So Issy Wong now back into the attack. 21 needed from 15. There's a slow ball and that's hit down the ground by Thompson. She continues to be on strike and starts the over with a boundary. 17 from 14. Surely now it should be Welsh Fire's game. $17 needed from 14, required run rate of 6.07. Second ball, looks to flick it away, appeal for LBW, finger goes up, finger goes up. There's another twist. This game will always have twists, isn't it? It's never a straight line, there's always twists in a game. And she's gone for the review here, Grace Thompson. Maybe straying down the leg side, maybe that is why she's gone for the review. So we need to have a look at this one upstairs. Looking to flick it away there. So there's no bat involved, ball tracking coming up, pitching in line, impact in line, wickets missing. Wickets missing, so Grace Thompson survives, decision reversed to not out. $17 needed from 13 now. Goes for it, slices it, out drop of the bat, and it's taken, is it? It's taken brilliantly. At point. Why even bother about getting you out, LBW? I'll get you out caught, says Isiwang. The very next ball slices it off the outside edge, outer half of the bat. Brilliantly taken there at point. The 6th wicket goes down for Welsh Fire. And Grace Thompson has to go. And there is another twist here in this tale. Suddenly it's getting a little trickier. 17 to get from 12 balls, and this partnership, which was starting to look good, has been broken. 35-run partnership has been broken. Grace Thompson departs after scoring 16 from 12 balls. The Welsh Fire women are 105 for 6 after 88 balls. So Holland is the new batter to the crease. Little bit of pressure here. 17 needed from 12. Flicks it away leg side. Down towards long on. Holland will get off the mark with a couple of runs. Niam Holland is the new batter to the crease. Gets off the mark with a couple of runs. This time it's a short ball. Holland pulls it towards short fine leg. And another dot ball to finish off the over. Excellent over once again from Isi Wong. She has been the best bowler today for Southern Brave, without any doubt. 6 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Grace Thompson, and Welsh Fire women are 107 for 6 after 90 balls, with 15 needed from the last 10 balls. Sophie Molyneux now to bowl the penultimate over. She did this against MI London earlier in this tournament and succeeded in doing so. Again comes into the attack to bowl the penultimate over, and Heather Graham sweeps it away leg side towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to start the over. So Holland is back on strike. 14 needed from 9. Tossed up again. Holland sweeps. Has he got the gap? Yes, she has. Beats deep mid wicket for 4. What a valuable boundary at this stage against a bowler like Sophie Molyneux. And Niam Holland is bringing it close here for Welsh Fire. Just 10 required now from 8 balls. Can they do it? This time it's full again, driven back to the bowler. It's a dot ball, brilliantly bowled by Molyneux, nailing the Yorker there. This time it's another low full toss. Holland hits it down the ground to long on, just a single. 9 required from 6. Oh my goodness, last over will be bowled by Lauren Bell. Lauren Bell and her slower balls are waiting in the last over. Heather Graham is back on strike. 9 required from 6 now. Last ball of the over coming up. That's a full toss. Could have hit it anywhere. What did she do there? There was a loose delivery, a big inside edge down to long on. Heather Graham picks up another single, and we are going down to the last over here. 7 runs came from that over from Molyneux. The Welsh Fire are now 114 for 6 after 95 balls, with 8 runs needed from the last 5 balls for victory. So Lauren Bell will surely bowl the last over. There's no doubt about that. Because she was the bowler who defended the target against MI London in this tournament. She'll do it again, I think. Pressure on Welsh Fire at the moment. 8 needed from 5, or maybe Southern Brave can continue their winning run. I'm afraid that they look unstoppable in this tournament, Southern Brave, particularly with this bowling attack. So Niam Holland is on strike. 8 needed from 5 balls. Lauren Bell and her slower balls are coming up here. First ball of the over. Told you it's a slow ball. I told you it's predictable. You need to be expecting the slower ball at this stage. Now Niam Holland goes for the cut shot and misses it. Starts off with a dot. More pressure now. 8 needed from 4 balls. You need to be expecting the slower ball at this stage. She's not going to give you pace. She's going to bowl those back of the hand leg cutters, slower balls. That's what she's going to bowl at this stage. It's predictable. So you need to be waiting for it. Second ball of the over coming up. Another slow ball. And it's driven this time. Towards deep extra covers. No one back there. 4 runs for Niam Holland. So that's exactly what she was doing there. She was waiting for that slower ball. It was much fuller this time from Lauren Bell. And she gets one of the 2 boundaries needed. Now just 4 required from 3. One more boundary will do nicely for the Welsh Fire. Four required from 3. Southern Brave's winning streak is on the line. Another slow ball. Pulls it away leg side. Towards deep mid-wicket. Holland looking for 2. Can't get it. Just a single. It's a fantastic knock from Holland so far. But still the job is not done yet. 3 required from 2. And it's back to Heather Graham, the set batter, who is batting on 32 from 26 balls. It just gets to show that anything above 120 is very, very tough to chase down against the Southern Brave bowling attack. The 3 required from 2 now. Heather Graham on strike. Slow ball again. Flicked away leg side. They're going to push for 2, I think. They're coming back for 2 here. Chance of a run out at the keeper's end. Could be gone here. Could be gone. The umpire's going to go upstairs. The umpires. What are the umpires? There no signal from the umpire. Put in the dive there, Heather Graham. Has she made her ground? Did the keeper collect it properly? Lizelle Lee has had a very poor day. Oh, in fact, Lizelle Lee has dropped the ball. Lizelle Lee has dropped the ball. If Southern Brave's winning streak is going to come to an end today, then Lizelle Lee is fully to be blamed for this defeat. Because the keeper has had a very ordinary day today behind the stumps. So the couple of runs have been completed. Scores are level now. Just 1 required for victory. It's in the hands of Welsh Fire to finish this off here. Not to be today for Lauren Bell. Did it against MI London. But today, I think the Welsh Fire should get this done. Lizelle Lee dropped the ball there. I don't know what happened to her today. Missed stumping, dropped catch, missed run out. You cannot have so many missed opportunities. If Lizelle Lee had collected it, it would have been a run out. If Southern Brave, if they get this 1 run here, then Lizelle Lee is to be blamed for the defeat. Because barring Lizelle Lee, I think Southern Brave are doing well, in all honesty. But it happens, isn't it? You have 5 out of 5, you can lose 1 game. Nothing will happen. But it will be a very important win for Welsh Fire. 1 more run needed now. The field has come up where everyone have been brought inside the circle. So here we go, last ball coming up. It's either a win for Welsh Fire or a tie. 1 required. Drives it, past that fielder, past everyone. They'll get through for a single and the Welsh Fire have done it. And finally, Finally, Southern Brave have been beaten in the Women's 100 tournament and the group stages. The last time, it comes a full circle. The last time Southern Brave women's team lost a match in the group stage of a Women's 100 tournament was against Welsh Fire in 2024. And in 2026, it is the same Welsh Fire team who have broken this winning streak that has lasted for almost 1.5 years in the group stages. And it's Welsh Fire women who have broken that winning streak and win this game of the very last ball by 4 wickets. And to be very, very honest, I think Lizelle Lee has to be blamed for this defeat because she had a very, very ordinary day behind the stumps. A dropped catch, a missed stumping, a missed run out. Unfortunately, not to be for Lizelle Lee today, and Heather Graham finishing things off with her bat. And finally, Southern Brave have been beaten. Their winning streak has come to an end. The first defeat for the Southern Brave women in this tournament. And obviously, it's extremely tough to always keep on winning everything and to go into the final unbeaten or try and win the title unbeaten. It's extremely tough to do that. But it's an important win this for the Welsh Fire, who only pick up their second win in this tournament. They have played 5 games and they have picked up their second win here. And Welsh Fire women are back to winning ways. They struggled a little bit with the bat. They need to still sort out their batting because not every time you can struggle like this and get over the line. But Southern Brave again proving why they are a very, very strong bowling unit. Almost defending this total here and almost doing the impossible. But if you look at the batting innings of Welsh Fire today, well, they got off to a good start actually. Georgia Vole, 11 from 9 balls. Ella McCaugan, 8 from 10 balls. The Vole got off to a good start, but Georgia Vole immediately got out. Then Freya Kemp came in, hit a 6 and then got out. There was a missed stumping opportunity for Freya Kemp as well. Georgia Wareham played a really good knock. She also had a dropped catch behind the stumps from Lizelle Lee, where there was a dropped catch, and Wareham went on to score 16 from 20 balls. And then they brought in that Irish player, Orla Prendergast. Unfortunately, she couldn't contribute today. As we said, Orla Prendergast was the star of the show against West Indies in the Women's T20 World Cup for Ireland, but not to be today for her. But towards the end, Heather Graham, who does not have a big reputation with the bat in all honesty, but Heather Graham unbeaten on 35 not out from 28 balls with 3 boundaries at a strike rate of 125. And Grace Thompson as well, 16 from 12 balls, a crucial cameo with 1 boundary and 1 6. And Niamh Holland towards the end, hitting that vital boundary in the last over of Lauren Bell. And a 12 not out from 8 balls for Niamh Holland. And taking the Welsh Fire over the line of the very last ball of the match. And finally, the Southern Brave have been beaten. So look at the bowling of Southern Brave. Their bowling has been very formidable in this tournament. Obviously, if you keep on winning continuously, you need to lose at some point. And I think that point has come today. But still, that does not take away the fact that Southern Brave are still very dominant in this tournament without any doubt. But I think as I said, the only hidden weakness in the Southern Brave unit is if both Maya Bouchier and Lizelle Lee gets out in the first 3 overs, Wolfart is struggling. You need to call a spade a spade. There's no point in hiding anything here. You need to call a spade a spade. Wolfart is struggling. It is not the Wolfart we know. She is struggling with her strike rate. Jemima Rodriguez is not a certified T20 player. So, if it goes down to Wolfart and Jemima Rodriguez, yes, they can hang around, they can rotate the strike, they can time the ball, they can place the ball, but both of them are struggling if you leave it to them. In fact, that match against MI London also, Southern Brave should have lost, but their bowling saved them. So the batting weaknesses are getting covered up by the bowling sometimes. And then after that, Molyneux coming in at number 5, and then you have the lower order. So I think that is one hidden weakness for Southern Brave. If both the openers get out quickly, then they are getting stuck a little bit. So that can be a weakness which the other teams will try to exploit going into the future games. But apart from that, their bowling has been top class. Lauren Bell, the star of the show every time, 1 for 27 in her 20 balls today, almost defended it in the last over again. Sophie Molyneux, a rare occasion where she went above 5 runs economy, none for 24 in her 20 balls. But E.C. Wong today, the pick of the bowlers, 2 for 17 in her 20 balls. Tilly Coleman, 3 for 27 in her 20 balls. And Sarah Glenn as well, none for 27 in her 20 balls as well. So it's the Welsh Fire today who have won this game by 4 wickets, and finally they end the winning streak for the Southern Brave. A second win in this tournament for Welsh Fire, and they can be mighty proud of this win. The Southern Brave will continue to remain at top because they still have 5 wins in 6 games. So this one loss is not going to do anything to Southern Brave as far as the points table is concerned. But Southern Brave also need to look into their batting, because if you are always reliant on both your openers, we know what is happening to Gujarat Titans in the men's IPL. Same problem with Gujarat Titans. If Shubman Gill, Sai Sudarshan performs, that team is looking good. If Shubman Gill, Sai Sudarshan gets out, Butler is also aging a little bit. So Gujarat Titans are basically dependent on 2 batters, because Butler is also losing his prime a little bit. So that is why if Shubman Gill, Sai Sudarshan gets out for Gujarat Titans, then that team struggles. That should not be the case with Southern Brave, because there's not much difference between the Southern Brave women's team and the Gujarat Titans team. Bowling superb, openers superb, but middle and lower order in batting kind of vulnerable. So yeah, that is where I think the Southern Brave need to focus on. The Welsh Fire also need to focus on their batting, because obviously Welsh Fire was missing their best player and their best all-rounder in Sophie Devine today. But maybe Sophie Devine can come back in the future games, and maybe Welsh Fire can become an even stronger team. So for now, they have won this game by 4 wickets. It will be a big boost for Welsh Fire to defeat the best team in this tournament, and that will give them a lot of confidence going forward in this tournament. So we'll be back again to cover the future matches of this Women's 100 2026. So until we come back again, please like, share and subscribe to our channel Runs and Views. Take care guys, cheers and good night.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.